Welcome to this explainer. I'm absolutely pumped to share this one with you today because, honestly, it hits incredibly close to home. For years, I struggled with this exact same brutal morning reality. The alarm would go off and, bam, immediately I'd be hit with this overwhelming wave of mental fatigue. It literally felt like I was wading through wet concrete just to get out of bed. I'd hit snooze, feel super groggy, and then kind of just drag that heavy, sluggish feeling right into my workday. But I finally found a way out.
If you're sitting there nodding your head right now, man, I completely empathize with your pain. That feeling of waking up just absolutely exhausted, dealing with that thick brain fog, and fighting this intense urge to just procrastinate instead of actually starting your day, it's draining. It completely steals your momentum before the day even begins.
But here's the good news, and really the core of what we're unpacking today. The solution that completely transformed those exhausting mornings for me is actually a highly structured, chronological 10-minute checklist. We're pulling directly from our source material today to show you exactly how a few specific, easy-to-implement habits can just completely eradicate that morning brain fog.
So here's our agenda. 1. Quick wins upon waking. 2. Activating body and senses. 3. Prepping the mind. And 4. Planning and tracking consistency. Okay, let's dive into this and start building your ultimate morning transformation checklist.
Section 1. Quick wins upon waking. We're starting this chronological microheroes journey the exact moment your alarm goes off, with a single crucial number, 70%. Your brain is composed of roughly 70% water, so the very first thing you need to do before absolutely anything else is drink 1 to 2 glasses of water. As our source points out, you can even store this water in a copper jug overnight for some added benefits. Getting this water into your system immediately boosts your metabolism and starts flushing out all those toxins that built up overnight.
Now, the crucial point here is understanding why you feel so awful if you skip that water. Research from Harvard Medical School, highlighted in our source material, explains that going 7 to 8 hours without water puts your brain into a severe dehydration state. Like your brain cells literally become dry. This biological reality is exactly why you might wake up with a headache, feeling lazy, and just deeply fatigued. Hydration is your immediate biological fix.
So once you've hydrated, you move to the very next step, beautifully captured by this quote from Admiral William H. McRaven. If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. You see, making your bed isn't really about interior design, right? It's a subconscious psychological signal. By smoothing out those sheets, you prove to your brain that you've already successfully completed the very first task of the day. It relaxes the brain and motivates you to tackle the next task and the next.
Section 2. Activating body and senses. With those immediate quick wins out of the way, let's transition to the second phase of our morning timeline. Now, we need to wake up the physical body using some highly efficient biological triggers. The steps to eliminate physical laziness are simple. Step 1, a cold shower. Step 2, deep breathing. Step 3, stretching. And Step 4, sun exposure. Look, you don't have to spend an hour doing this. We're talking about highly efficient, concentrated actions that literally shock the body out of its sleep state.
Let's look at deep breathing first. For a lot of us, the idea of sitting down for a 30-minute meditation is just way too daunting in the morning. But just dedicating a tiny fraction of your 10-minute routine to deep breathing, simply focusing on breathing in and breathing out, is a highly accessible alternative. It promotes calmness and peace, improves your focus, lowers stress and anxiety, and gives your energy levels a very noticeable boost.
Next up is stretching. According to orthopedic surgeon Dr. Clancy, referenced in our source, proper stretching does way more than just make you feel flexible. It actively reduces muscle pain, protects your joints from injury, and, most importantly for our brain fog problem, it pumps vital oxygen directly to the brain. Just a few minutes ensures your entire body feels active rather than stiff and heavy.
Then, you absolutely must get some sunlight. Staying locked in a dark room all morning totally disrupts your biology and increases the risk of sadness and depression. Sunlight has a profound biological impact on your cognitive function. It provides essential vitamin D, boosts serotonin, your happy hormone, and stabilizes your circadian rhythm so your body actually knows, hey, it is time to be awake.
Finally, in this physical activation phase, we have the cold shower. There's a reason highly productive people absolutely swear by this. A cold shower literally shocks your central nervous system awake. Not only does it instantly clear your mind and spike your energy levels, but research shows it actually increases your white blood cells for immunity, prepping your body to fight off germs for the rest of the day.
Section 3. Prepping the mind.
Okay, so now that the body is awake, hydrated, and energized, this mental routine becomes absolutely critical.
We have to intentionally feed the mind with positive inputs before the stress of the day takes over. Step 1, listen to positive music. Step 2, read something inspiring. This is based on the psychological reality that our early morning inputs dictate our mood for the entire day. If you start with stress or negativity, well, that's exactly what you carry with you.
First, let's talk about what you're listening to. Specific types of music directly impact your mood and even reflect your personality. To set a calm, motivated tone early on, you really should choose instrumental or purely positive tunes. You want to actively avoid loud, aggressive rock or chaotic music during these first few minutes. Save the heavy stuff for later in the day, right? The morning requires a peaceful, positive frequency. Next, dedicate just a minute or two to reading. You really don't need an hour to read an entire book. The goal is just to read 1 or 2 pages of an inspiring story or article to prime your brain for success. Our source highlights Dr. Robert Schuller's short motivational chapters as a perfect example of this. Getting a quick burst of inspiration from successful people sets a phenomenal psychological anchor for whatever challenges you might face later at work.
Section 4. Planning and tracking consistency.
To build your defense against distraction and ensure long-term consistency, you must write your daily list on physical paper rather than your mobile phone. Why? Well, because paper gives you the high psychological satisfaction of physically ticking off boxes. Your phone, on the other hand, is a complete trap of immediate distractions, notifications, and social media that will instantly derail your focus.
And hey, while you have that paper out, engage in a quick 10-minute reflection habit. Spend just a moment to assess your past performance, think about your larger life goals, and ask yourself some deep self-awareness questions, like, how do I want today to go? How can I make today great? By consciously sequencing the day's tasks, you're intentionally designing your life, rather than just blindly reacting to whatever random emails or problems pop up.
Which brings us to our final thought. You now have the blueprint, a simple, structured, biological, and psychological checklist to defeat that terrible morning grogginess. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative question to ponder. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off, will you take those first 10 minutes for your own goals, your own health, and your own mind? Or will you just roll over and give them right back to your phone? The choice is entirely yours.